Folks, welcome back to 3 at 3. We're going to be getting to it right now. All right, let's go. Get that presentation up and running. There we go, 3 at 3. As always, folks, if this is the first time you're joining us, what I try to do is a little bit of education and a lot of information. And this is not for me to be a substitute for your financial advisor. So be aware of that you need to find out what is appropriate for you prior to making an investment. These are investments in many cases that I have made or members of our team have made. So with that said, let's get to it. All right. Now, if you'd like to learn more about unusual option activity, we also abbreviate that UOA. You can go to marketrebellion.com/UOA. That's marketrebellion.com/UOA. Encourage you guys to check it out. If you're somebody who's wondering how exactly would I apply this if I'm just a stock investor or whatever, whole bunch of different ways. Some of you would like to do overwrites where you're long that equity and you're writing calls, selling calls against it. Others of you, I know, are active put sellers, meaning that you collect a premium for getting on the bullish side of that trade, believing that perhaps because there's upside speculation, the stock is going to hold at a certain level, and so you're betting with the odds. All of this, all of what we do, folks, is moving the odds into our favor. So if you want to learn more about anything that we do, from coaching, mentoring, the basic education and advanced education that we have at Market Rebellion for stocks, options, futures, crypto, go to marketrebellion.com. And for more about this, go to marketrebellion.com/UOA. All right. So yesterday, and thank you, by the way, who was it? Twin Peaks. Thank you, Twin Peaks Coffee. Twin Peaks Coffee pinged me just a little bit ago, folks, and said, thank you, John, for the Peloton trade. I think I did it on halftime as my final trade, but I'm not sure. I'll be back on halftime, by the way, tomorrow. So I guess I can update it then. But Peloton, we talked about it. There you see it. If you're just seeing it for the first time, they were buying May 3750 calls. So what exactly happened when they had those earnings yesterday after the bell? Bang! Stock moved 7% plus. It's trading near the highs of the day just moments ago, folks, back to almost $39 a share for Peloton. Pretty nice move. Those calls that were purchased for, again, showing you where they were purchased, $2.50. Traded all the way up to $4. There you see that spike just before we went on air. They traded up to $4, and right now they're up 34% from last night's close. So if you bought them at $2.50, you enjoyed a little bit of a run into the close yesterday, and obviously a nice run today because it's up $1.14 from that $2.50 purchase price. So that's not so bad. In other words, you put 100, every option's for 100 shares of stock, folks. So if you bought a one lot, that would have been $250, $2.50 times 100 shares, $250. You turned it into $364, just like that. That's how it's supposed to work. And bang, that is how it works. An awful lot of the time, we believe over 77% winners with this, and we're certainly pretty pleased about how it has worked out. Let me give you a new meat, IYR. The IYR, they were buying the May 69 puts. So what would that mean, folks, if they're in here buying puts? That's a downside bet, not an upside bet. The IYR, let me see, do I have this? Yep, I've got them. So I've got some of those puts that I got today. We'll see how that plays out. This thing's been going up and down like a pulse, folks. They paid 63 to 69 cents for these puts. They're out more than a week into the future because these are regular May options. So somebody's betting that something happens in the short term. Be aware that these are options that expire in 1 week. So the theta or time decay of these options is extreme. Not as extreme as it would be if they were trading options that expire this Friday, but nonetheless, these are a wasting asset, and you want to be aware of that. Somebody's looking for a pretty quick move here in the U.S. real estate ETF because that's what the IYR is. There's a graph that shows you that basically it traded down not to 69, but to 58 in late March. Could we be heading back to that? Well, if we break 72, certainly seems like we might see at least 64, 65. We'll see if that happens. And if it does, we'll be richer. And if it doesn't, we have $69 on the line because every option's for 100 shares. So 69 cents means $69. Next one, SUM. This is Summit Materials, SUM. And Summit, SUM, they were buying upside calls. So with the stock at 1333 this morning, Summit Materials, August 15 calls were being bought. So let's take a look at what that means. It means that somebody thinks that the stock moves not in May necessarily, but June, July, August. 3 months they're into these, 3 months out. So they've got a lot of time. So it's not that same time decay that's like a ticking clock, tick, 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 when you're in the short term. These are longer dated options. Not long term, but longer dated options, 3 months out at the August 15 strike. And they paid about, let's say, $1.70 for them. 154 to 179 is what they paid for 5,000 of them. So that's, again, a pretty aggressive purchase. Out of the money by about $1.67. That's how much they're out of the money. That's almost exactly what they paid for them, too, by the way, folks. Let's take a look at that graph. Summit Materials, after trading up through 15 to a little over 16 in the last little bit, it has now eased back down to 13.5. Again, they bought them at $13.33 this morning. It's 10 cents higher than that right now, down about $3 or 3.5% as we speak. So watch this one, folks. Next at our 3 at 3, take a look at BBBY. So Bed Bath and Beyond. They're buying November 8 calls. So these are much further out, not short term. These aren't the May options that the first one, the IYR, is. These aren't Summit Materials where they were out in August. These are all the way out to November. So exactly what is that? Well, June, July, August, September, October, November. 6 months out into the future, folks. Be aware of that. 6 months. So could Bed Bath & Beyond have some good news between now and 6 months from now? Well, we all hope so. And obviously somebody put down a bet, bought 5,000 of these from $1 to $1.08, which means $1 times 100 shares is $100. $1.08 times 100 would be $108. So they paid somewhere around $108 for each one of these 5,000 options. So let's call this $550,000 worth of option premium out of the money. By 6 months, they are out in time, and by, as you can see, about $2.40 above where the stock is trading right now. So they also sold puts, as you see here. They sold 5,000 November 3 puts for, let's call it 55 cents, which would knock down the amount that they actually are net out of pocket here. So keep an eye on this, Bed Bath & Beyond. If this one makes a move to $6 or $7 over the next couple of months, I bet we'll see most of these taken off. But boy, that is out in the future and a nice potential for upside appreciation over the next 6 months. Bang. There's a graph, as you see, came down from $16 in February, folks. January, it was over $17. came all the way down here and basically broke 4 somewhere around the beginning of April. So that's the graph on this one. It's moving higher. It's 562 right now. It was 561 when we cited it this morning. So you're basically getting in right about where we saw it. That is today's 3 at 3. I am Jon Najarian. I always disclose to you the ones that I have. I do have this one. I am in this. In the shorter dated options, though, just because I'm not as patient. So in other words, I'm in the nearer term options, and I've bought the 6 strike calls and sold the 8 strike calls in the nearer term options. All right. You want to join the $1 trillion man, Daniel Pena? He will be joining me about 45 minutes from right now. This is an exciting speaker, folks. We are excited to have him. And this will be broadcast all over. And we're really looking forward to having Daniel on the program. He has been a mentor to millionaires and billionaires. This is a brilliant guy that knows about trading. I'm going to talk to him about derivatives because he's a derivative trader, means options, folks. He understands options. He understands how to turn, as he did, a $1,000 investment into $430 million company. He did that. You want to stay tuned for that. Not on this one, but it'll start up 40 minutes from now. We'll get that call going with Daniel Pena. I am really looking forward to it, folks, and I hope you join us. As always, you want more information about anything we're doing here, go to marketrebellion.com/UOA. That's marketrebellion.com/UOA, unusual option activity. And I'll see you on the halftime report tomorrow, but I'll be on with Daniel Pena in about 40 minutes. Please join us. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you then.